Pro Football Focus ranks pass blocking and everything analytically driven. So Joel Bitonio of the Browns is the only NFL player with a 90-plus pass blocking grade for the season. He's almost 91 at 90.7. So Joel Bitonio getting it done. Now the Browns center, J.C. Tretter, talked about this offense and the thought that it can be even better.
I think we've played pretty well. There's always going to be things to improve on. I think we've ran the ball well. We've ran the ball efficiently. I think there's always going to be things to get better at. If you're as good as you're going to be in week 3, you're not going to be very good. So we're going to need to continue to improve week after week throughout the rest of the season in order to get to where we want to go. So we can clean up our pass protection a little more. I think that was something we need to do better from last week. But overall, everything, even our run game that we've done really efficiently so far, needs to continue to improve. There's still yards we feel we've left out there. So we're just going to continue to get better every single day.
And we talked about Bitonio's pass blocking grade, but the Browns' offensive line did allow 5 sacks. So that's something that needs to be cleaned up.
Yeah, there is improvement that it can be made, and I'm glad the great J.C. Tretter, one of the most underrated players in the game, mentioned that if you feel like you've reached your plateau in week 3, then you got real problems. Let's remember about the Bears game. The Bake Show, Baker Mayfield, wasn't exactly all world. I mean, he didn't dominate. He missed some big throws. I think it was a solid game for Baker, but nothing over the moon. Nick Chubb, yeah, he led the Browns in rushing, but it didn't feel like a Chubb game. So it's good news that the Browns were able to win by 20, even though Baker Mayfield was solid and Nick Chubb was solid, but neither one of them was awesome. And they still won by 20. So that's good to know. But, yeah, there were some protection issues. Some of it is attributable definitely to as you mentioned, Dave, the potency of the Bears D-line and the potency of the Bears rush. So you have to give the other team, which gets paid too, you have to give them their due. But I see areas where the Browns could clean up in pass protection, run blocking, all across the board. But that's the case with almost every team.
Yeah, and the good news is Baker Mayfield, in a game that was probably subpar for him, didn't turn the ball over. That was the biggest thing. So he didn't hurt the Browns.